Welcome to the virtual tour of the bioanalytical facilities at QPS Netherlands in Groningen. QPS is a global full-service CRO with multiple locations across North America, Europe, and Asia. This video is a virtual tour of the bioanalytical laboratory located in Groningen. Our laboratory is located close to the University Medical Center Groningen, also known as UMCG. Every day, samples from preclinical and clinical studies arrive at our bioanalytical facility. Here, our team receives the frozen samples and immediately store the samples at a temperature of -80 degrees Celsius. Then the samples are registered in the LIMS system. A second employee checks the samples and brings them to our local freezer park. Here we can store hundreds of thousands of samples at -80 degrees Celsius. We also have a separate walk-in freezer for -20 degrees storage and a separate external -80 location for long-term storage. All our storage units are monitored by the Xiltrix facility monitoring system and are all on backup power supply to ensure uninterrupted performance of the freezers. This is the sample processing area. Here we apply all sample processing techniques for small and large molecules, protein precipitation, liquid-liquid extraction, solid phase extraction, as well as all the ligand binding assays. All our technicians have their own workbench with the tools they need every day, such as pipettes and disposables. Their method instruction is also in place, so they can process the samples according to instruction. The technicians also have all their own instruments for processing samples using ligand binding assays, like temperature-controlled shakers, room temperature shakers, and 96 well plate washers. This is the Sector Imager S600, of which we have two. It is used for the electrochemiluminescent ligand binding assays, PK assays, immunogenicity assays, as well as biomarker singleplex and multiplex assays. The GyroLab Explorer is used for the ligand binding assays using a disc. It is especially useful for samples that have a very small volume and can be used for multiple assays. For optical density readings, we use the Versamax microplate reader. It is one of the most commonly used methods in the bioanalytical lab for ligand binding assays, together with the MSD instrumentation. The SpectraMax multimode reader is suitable for optical density, chemiluminescent, as well as fluorescent reading of 96 well microplates in ligand binding assays. This is the TomTech Quadra 4, which we use for automated protein precipitation and liquid-liquid extraction in small molecule mass spectrometry assays. We use the Kingfisher instrumentation in hybrid LC-MS assays or in general bead-driven assays immunocapture steps. For biomarker analysis in intact cells, we use the FACS Canto 2 flow cytometer. These are the clean air cabinets we use for COVID research. Here we analyze samples using ligand binding assays for COVID-related studies. From the sample processing area, we now move to the mass spectrometry lab. Here we operate the API 4000 and the API 6500 Plus instrumentation. And over here you see the Shimadzu UPLC in combination with the API 6500 Plus LCMS. We use this for low-sensitive small molecule analysis as well as large molecule LCMS. For elemental analysis, we use the Agilent 7700 and 7800 ICP-MS systems in combination with dedicated autosamplers. In the dedicated weighing area, we have the microbalance that we use for weighing reference material. This is the cell-based assay lab where we execute the neutralizing antibody cell-based assays as well as cytotoxicity assays. These are the two incubating units for the cells that we use in the cell-based assays. Next to it is the associated liquid nitrogen storage unit for the cell banks. We hope you enjoyed our virtual tour, and we invite you to experience a real tour in the near future. Thank you for watching.